everyone, and welcome to today's video. So today's video is about this All City Super Professional that I bought on Facebook Marketplace that I'm really excited to share with you guys. It's kind of a Frankenbike and it's also awesome. I had been looking for a single speed bike for a minute. I love riding my single speed around town and I wanted a gravel equivalent. There aren't a whole lot of options in terms of single speed gravel bikes. There's this one, the All City Super Professional. There's also a Surly Steamroller, which they don't make anymore, but you can still find them used on the marketplace. But I found this on Facebook Marketplace, so I decided to give it a whirl. Now, the reason that I got this bike was because I have a trip coming up in February that I thought a single speed gravel bike would be perfect for. I've made a couple of modifications, but most of the bike is just stock. I will make another build video at some point that I'll post maybe in a month or two. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything that you want me to discuss in particular. I will address it in my video. So the first big change that I made was the fork. The original fork is really heavy. It's totally fine for rides around town, for just everyday gravel rides. But because I'm doing this really long trip and the bike is going to be fully loaded, I decided to get a carbon fork. I did not buy it. I am borrowing it from my friend Finch, who has been in a lot of my videos, and she graciously let me use her fork that is made for her crust Bora. It is pink. I am gonna have to return this fork when my trip is over, which I am rather remiss to do because it makes the bike so much zippier and so much, it doesn't make it more fun to ride, it just makes it a little bit easier to ride when there's a load on it. And it's also just so tacky and I love it. The other upgrade that I made to this bike are the cranks. The cranks are E-wings, which is the fanciest bike component I think I've ever owned. I have these because my girlfriend won them in a raffle along with some very high-end components, and she doesn't ride as much as I do, and so she let me use them on this bike, which is extremely kind of her. So thank you. The E-wings are also awesome. Of all of the reviews of the E-wings that I've read, they always say that there's incredible power transfer. And I was like, well, what the hell does that mean? Okay, sure, whatever. But this is the first time that I have really felt what that means. It's like every pedal stroke feels like it is going in to power the bike. And it transfers power in a way that my aluminum or steel, do they make cranks out of steel? Cranks made of other substances haven't done for me in a way that I can kind of quantifiably feel when I'm riding. So that's cool. The couple other things that I've put on this bike for this trip, or maybe I'll just keep them on there, who knows, is carbon wheel set. It's a Hunt carbon wheel set that I bought for my crust Bora about 5 years ago. They're great wheels. I put some 48 tires on them and yeah, they're great. Another small thing that I've added are bar ends, kind of in the middle of the handlebar. The trip that I'm doing has long days in the saddle, and I wanted to be able to switch hand positions. Historically, I have not liked flat bars, but in the past couple of years, I've gotten into them a little bit more. I've found a riding position that doesn't cause issues with my hands, and so I'm going to go for it for this long trip because I've gotten used to them and I've been riding without any kind of pain. But I also want to be able to switch my hand positions if I need to, because long days in the saddle, you just naturally get uncomfortable or naturally kind of need to shift around. I may remove these depending on how I'm feeling after some long rides. I just put them on, so I've only put about 50 miles on them or so. They're kind of ugly, but we'll see. It may be something I swear by. It may be something that I will never try again. So we shall see. But they were $20 on Amazon and I just decided to go for it. The last thing that I put on my bike was a tumbleweed T-rack. It's really light, it's customizable in the sense that I can use it in a number of different ways depending on how I want to set up the bike. And I haven't decided how I'm gonna do that for this trip, but I really like this rack. It's one of my favorite components. I also considered putting on an Old Man Mountain rack, but it was just a little bit too heavy, and I wanted to stay as light as possible since this is a single speed and I'm going to be carrying a lot of gear, and I want to just make sure that I'm not tiring myself out by loading my bike down a little bit too much. This bike has been really fun to ride. I have this urge to strip the paint off of it and make a really weird build out of it. I don't know if I have the time or capacity to do that, but if I do, I will document it. But I thought it'd be really cool to like paint it a funky color and like maybe get eventually a carbon fork that I own. They're just too expensive right now, which is why I didn't buy one. And just make something really funky out of it, funky and fun, but we'll see. I don't want to make any promises. Anyway, I was really excited to show you guys this Frankenbike. I feel like some of you would really enjoy it. I'll post a more detailed video about all the specs of the build soon, and yeah, I hope you guys have a really good day, and I will see you next time.